There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back. Say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now. We all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing it. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't playing, it's the last thing on our minds. Go crime much if you really wanna stop crime. Be safe in your home, be safe in the streets. It's a cold place and I'm really feeling the heat. I never wear gold cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back. Say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now. We all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come, we ain't play. Cause someone's always peeping by the fence. Still crime much came and give TNT confidence. I had a dream in the dark, I had a dream in the spring. I had a dream like Martin Luther King. Take me friendly on the phone so you can call us. We ain't gonna call you back. Say they don't know if you call us. Say what you gonna do now. We all coming through now. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. There's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna hunt you down. We gonna come.
Hey, good evening, ladies and gentlemen. This is I.A.N and this is Crime Watch, and we are back. Well, ladies and gentlemen, budget day, major allocation for expenditure for 2019. You're going to hear all about it, but as they say, I mean, this is the platform. You're hearing from all the economists. You're hearing from everybody, but at the end of the day, you and I living right here. You understand? Now, as someone mentioned to me, if you fill a tank for $500, if in fact, previously, if you fill up your tank with, let's say, gas worth $500, let's say $500, you'll now be paying about $625. Am I right? Similar to that. So, but ladies and gentlemen, during the course of the program, but just as I said, at that time, the pot, that is what, that is an election budget. That is an election budget. That is an election budget. Ladies and gentlemen, a special good evening to all those who are in London, Miami, Orlando, wherever you are, a special good evening to you. The murder toll, in fact, well, last I was here on Friday. Yeah. On Friday, the murder toll was $3.99. $3.99. Today, ladies and gentlemen, the murder toll is $4.01. We're going to open up the lines very early. I'm just going to show you the major allocation. Well, as you know, today was the budget. Ladies and gentlemen, just to put it to you, this is it here. If I could get like on my open up the lines. Hi callers, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. All right, the education and training, the ministry, they have gotten $7.392 billion. National security, $6.12 billion. Health, $5.695 billion. Works and transport, $3.546 billion. Public utilities, $3.182 billion. rural development and local government 1.76 billion, housing 1.033 billion, agriculture got the least. 671406 in fact, ladies and gentlemen, it has been said it's over 20 billion in fuel subsidy annually. Super fuel increased from $3.97 to $4.97 per liter. $4.97 per liter. 1.5 billion in fuel subsidy in 2019. Diesel fuel remains at 3.41 per liter and premium fuel remains at 5.6. I don't know if we can get this on the screen. Hi, caller, good evening. This is much better. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead. 671. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. So you realize agriculture didn't get too much, huh? Housing got 1.033 billion. Rural development and local government got $1.76 billion. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead.
Alan, good afternoon, my brother.
Good afternoon, Prem. Next caller, please. Open up your lines. We want to hear from you. I just want to hear what you have to say about the budget and whatnot. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Hi, caller. Good evening.
Yeah.
Yes, Prem.
Yeah, Alan, this will raise on the people. Money were working and things. Not only raise on food and all them things. People working hard. They have to raise on give back them the days.
Okay. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Senator Ramdeen, good afternoon. This is I.A.N. We are live. Tell me, Mr. Ramdeen, what have you to say about the budget? Go ahead. I'm giving you an ambush call, but just wanted to find out what have you to say. I realized that well, not much was given into agriculture. Housing was given 1.033 billion. Fuel increased from $3.97 to $4.97 per liter. What have you to say?
I think that when you listen to the Minister of Finance today, it is a budget that it was intended to create a lot of expectation in the people of the country. But when you look at the record of deliverables, by what he said in his budget statement, it clearly shows that in the 3 years that this government has been in power, they are still repeating promises that were made on many occasions over the 3 years. So while we're going into the 4th year of the government, you are hearing them still saying that they're going to deliver the hospital in Arima and the hospital in Point Fortin. And these are promises that have been made over and over again. And when you look at what they have, what they can deliver, what they have said they will deliver, they are really projects that were done and conceptualized and started between the period 2010 and 2015. And what that really says is that into the 4th year of this governing of this country, what you have is that you still have a government that cannot create any new ideas, they cannot create any new plans, and they are bereft of finding solutions to the real problems of the country. And perhaps the most important, we've just over the weekend crossed 400 murders. And when you look at what the government is saying, there is no real plan to change the national security apparatus to provide some kind of protection and security, which is the most important issue to the common man on the street that wants to know that when they leave their homes and they go out there, that they will be safe. When their children go out to work or to go to school, they will be safe. And there has been absolutely nothing that as the minister can provide today that can give the citizens of this country any comfort when they go forward. Having heard the budget, you are hearing that the price of super gasoline has gone up by $1. and the minister is saying that pensioners are going to increase their pension and the disability grants by $100 and $150. When people who really understand the way the cost of living has increased in this country over the past 3 years, $100 and $150 can't carry you anywhere.
Go ahead, Senator.
So that the people will expect a lot when you hear what is happening, but all that they will be delivering is a lot of suffering to the people of Trinidad and Tobago. You hear that they have now concretized to the population that they are going to close the petroleum refinery. That is going to cause the loss of jobs. Today, the Minister of Finance finally admitted that there are 5,000 jobs that are going to be directly terminated as a result of the closure.
It's the first time. It's the first time, with respect to the issue with Petrotrin, they have acknowledged that it's 5,000 because all the time was 1,800, I believe. They started. The Prime Minister said it was 1,700. The Minister of Finance has admitted that it is over 5,000, and that is only the people who are directly going to be fired by Petrotrin. As the Minister of Finance delivered the budget statement today, we still have not heard what are the plans to re-employ these people, if any. What are the plans to give them a proper severance? We have not heard none articulated by the Minister. And then, here you will understand, you are a person on the ground. You will understand that Gasparillo, Claxton Bay, Pointe-a-Pierre, Vista Bella, Marabella, Cedras, Labre, Point. These are all towns that have been built around the existence of Petrotrin and the existence of the petrochemical industry. And this government has taken, with one swipe, this government has taken a decision without any analysis at all. Simply sell to the population that we can't afford it anymore. We can't afford Petrotrin, but what we can afford is to announce to the people of Trinidad and Tobago that we're going to build sandals in Tobago. It's going to cost us about $3 billion, and we are going to take that and give it to a foreigner to run. That demonstrates the one-sidedness of the government. We've heard the economy of Tobago has virtually ground to a halt, but they are coming in the third year to tell us we're going to get 2 more fast ferries. The minister obviously has no respect for the intelligence of the people, because he says they're going to build a port in Toco that will carry you to Tobago in 1 hour. But when you leave Port of Spain, it could take you 3 hours to reach to Toco. True. Good point. Well, Mr. Ramjit, I know you will express those these similar sentiments and on public platforms and in the Senate and whatnot, but you keep us posted, huh?
I will do that, Mr. Allen. Thank you very much. I keep up the good work.
Thank you, sir. Well, ladies and gentlemen, you heard it from Senator Ramjit with respect to what's happening, and it's so true, because, I mean, at the end of the day, once gas go up, it could be like $10 or $20, but $20 for a poor man, $25 for a poor man is plenty money, eh? Don't get tied up here. Hi, caller, good evening. Yeah, but I mean, the minister said that the increase in fuel wouldn't really affect the distribution of goods and whatnot and transport outside here. But there are a lot of taxis. There are a lot of taxis that use super, and those. And I'll tell you this. I know people who have premium vehicles. Don't put premium. They put super because super cheaper. Yeah. You get more, but nevertheless, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to take a fast break, but I really would like to hear from you when we come back.
Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut La Romaine. Final extension, definitely closing on Monday, October 8th. Once a year only. Get up to 80% off. Come and shop in AC Comfort, full Indian food court, home decor, teak furniture, curtains and shades, garments, footwear, jewelry and much more. We accept links and credit card, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut La Romaine. Definitely closing on October 8th. Everything must sell.
RNJ Celtech is having a grand opening sale at their new location, Upper Level Gulf City Mall. More phones, more deals, more repairs, free cases, free memory cards, and free tempered glass. So check us out today or call 653-2355. Pickmore 2007 Limited is the leading manufacturer of foam and foam products. We cut cushions and mattresses to any size from baby to king in different densities. Our signature mattress, the Spinematic, is designed for back problems. We do foam for soundproofing, therapeutic wedge foam, chip foam and pillows. We open Monday to Saturday. Call us on 665-1913 or email us at pickmore2007limited@gmail.com.
We at Ramsaran's Dairy Products provides you with healthy drinks served in specially designed pure paperboard cartons, which is sanitary, environmental friendly and biodegradable. Drink from our paperboard cartons rather than plastic and styrofoam containers for a healthier, longer lifestyle. Try our creamy, smooth, delicious, pasteurized, homogenized peanut punch and soursop milk drinks. It's carefully crafted for your enjoyment. Not forgetting our fresh pasteurized cow's milk, orange, pineapple and Moby drinks. For sales and services, contact us at 640-3836 or 298-7945 or email jefframsaran@hotmail.com or visit us at lot number 15 Labour Boulevard, Trin City Industrial Estate.
Yes, people, catch all the great specials on rims and tires now on until this Saturday, October 6th at Racetrack Wheels' massive 1-week anniversary sale. That's right, 1 week only at their 3 locations, AROUCA, Tobago, and Southern Main Road, Chase Village.
Like it's out quick. Don't throw it out. We go get it fixed with materials from Radical Trading. Come, let me show you.
The interior of your car, real posh, man.
Radical Trading, they have material for vehicle too. Them have everything, man. Furniture material, car covering, waterproofing for your boat. They go make everything look new.
Well, I fixing my furniture and my whole house too. Help me put the furniture back inside now.
Yeah, and my big mouth. I wonder if Radical had anything to cover mouth.
Radical Trading, Port of Spain, Chaguanas and San Fernando.
Annual Diwali to Christmas sale now on at Elegant Draperies. Opening now on Sundays from 9:30 a.m. till Christmas. We carry the widest selection of curtains and drapery fabrics, rods and accessories. Big discounts for Diwali to Christmas. We have something for each room in your home. Elegant Draperies, 29 Todd Street, San Fernando, next to Palky's Restaurant, or call 657-5287.
Come check us out at Masca South Motors, the preferred new car dealer where you will find the best in quality, service and price. Now in stock, Toyota Hilux Revo, Prado, Fortuners, Nissan Navara, Honda CR-V and introducing the all-new Ford Ranger Raptor. Only at Masca South Motors, South Chong Road, Laramie.
It's your journey, our passion at Brandtech. Visit us today at number 10 Londonville Main Road, Montrose, Chaguanas, or contact us at 672-8575. Now open on Saturdays.
RNG Celtech is having a grand opening sale at their new location, Upper Level Gulf City Mall. More phones, more deals, more repairs, free cases, free memory cards, and free tempered glass. So check us out today or call 653-2355.
The place real hot, the fan not cutting it, and your budget little tight. Then you need to contact Neil Cool today. They are Trinidad and Tobago #1 provider for top brand air conditioned units such as
Delta, Comfy, Daikin, and Lennox.
Units starting as low as $2,250 install, plus you're getting 5 years warranty. Contact Neil Cool today and experience the comfort you always wanted.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we are back. So I really like to hear from you with respect to the $1 per liter. An addition of $1 per liter. Previously it was $3.97. Now it's $4.97 per liter. So we just want to hear from you with respect to, when gas goes up, it could be by $10, by whatever. High caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Of course, if you, this is it, yeah? Open up your lines. High caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. 671-4062. 671-4062. Hi, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. So again, just to let you all know, removal of age eligibility for disability grant to include children under the age 18 years, which would qualify 1,024 children who would receive an increase in their grants to 1,500, with a total now of 23.1 million being injected into that department. Disability grant recipients 18 years and over will receive an increase in their grant from 1,800 to 2,000, with $502 million being pumped. So you realize that with the 700 million expected to be earned by the increase in fuel, this will be redistributed to pension, disability, and other grants. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
Hi. Good night, Mr. Iron.
Good night.
You know, he didn't raise the widow's benefit from $600, that is 5 years now, and up to now is only $600 a widow benefit widows does get. What he could do that.
Wow, okay, good point. But you know, I'll tell you something. So just to break it down for you, all right? Now, a liter of gas was, before the budget, it was $3.97, and we know from tomorrow it will go up. It's a super gas, it's $4.97. Now, as a result of their increasing in fuel on the liter, because it's $1 per liter more. As a result of that, they expect a revenue of $700 million to be earned by an increase in fuel, which will be redistributed to pension, disability, and other grants. So the money that they're going to make with the gas, they're going to take it now and bring it into pension, disability, and other grants. As a result of that now, the public health assistance grants will be increased from $150, will be increased by $150. So the public assistance grants, those of you who are receiving that, you'll get $150 more. Now, $340.8 million coming from the gas, coming from the $700 million they expect to earn as a result of the super increase. Part of that $700 million, which will be $340.8 million, will go to public assistance grants. With respect to household, 24,330 households will benefit with respect to food cards. Now, that will cost government $29.5 million. So they're going to come back now and take it out of the $700 million they expected to get from the dollar increase per liter in gas. So as a result of the increase in gas, $700 million, well, they will get. So that is why the food card, now $29.5 million will be allocated for food card grants. Remember that. So that is only $29 million because they expect that to come from gas, the $700 million. So out of the $700 million, they're taking $29.25 million for food grant. For public assistance, it's going to cost $340.8 million. So that is how you're going to get a public assistance grant going to be increased by $150. The disability grant recipients, 18 years and over, will receive an increase from $1,800 to $2,000 per month, with $502 million being pumped into the program, with now 23,245 persons benefiting. So, you know, it all going back to the $700 million. So I'm just showing you, when they make that money, how it's going to be redistributed back into pension, disability, and other grants. What's that, Director? It's going to the $700 million coming from gas, because the extra dollar per liter, well, going back to the social services, which is I find is a bad move. I already find it's a bad move. The removal of age eligibility for disability grant to include children under 18, which would qualify 1,024 children who would receive an increase in their grants to 1,500, with a total now of $23.1 million injected into that grant for children under 18. So it's all coming from that 700. Gas is very important there, but remember when they increase $1 on the liter, government expects now, here what's going on, I see, I'm trying my best to break it down for some of you. Now, as a result of that now, the increase per litre, they're going to make 700 million. But I just showed you how the public assistance, how much money go in there. The disability grant, they get an increase in their grants. The disability under 18 now, children could have never accessed that really, but now they have almost 1,024 children now who can now access that. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
Good evening, Mr. I.A.N.
Hi, go ahead.
That increase in gas, what they're trying to tell us in smart words is to go back to the days of donkey cart.
Well,
that's what they're trying to say in smart.
Well, jump low, jump by disability grant getting, pension and other grants, the social services. But at the end of the day, once gas go up, that's it, you know. Because if you was putting $100 in gas, you will now be putting almost $25 more. Am I right? Almost $25 more. Because just as an economist just mentioned to me, he said that if normally you put $500 in a tank, it's going to cost you $600 and maybe $25. So that's to break it down for you to understand. It's like on every $100, there will be an increase of $25. So when they showed you that there is an increase in per litre by $1 and government expect a profit of 700 million because putting $1 to the litre, but they show you where they're going to increase the disability fund, where the disability grant, the public assistance, also 95,300 senior citizens will benefit from 3.5 billion in annual pension paid to them. Also, which I find was very good, and I think that they should spread this more, rural health centers to remain open 24 hours. Now remember something like in Blantyre, when that guy was shot, what's his name again, boy? Remember Pickering? What's his name? Garfield Pickering. Remember this guy? If you have the video? And the area? Right. When Garfield Pickering was shot on the 11th of August, Garfield could have lived, you know. But by the time they take, how long they took from Blantyre? 3 hours they took from Blantyre to Port of Spain. Garfield Pickering died. He was shot on the 11th of August. Shot, right? Stabbed, sorry, he was stabbed on the 11th of August. And we made a big thing about the Blantyre Community Center not opening because there are a lot of people in Blantyre, you know, who want to have access. But now you're hearing that the Blantyre Center, they're going to open 24 hours. But remember, in some of these rural areas, you need to have proper medication for them. Like in case maybe a scorpion or a snake might, so one of the residents might be, let's say a snake might bite him or whatever, or, you know, sting by something, and, you know, that they have the anti-venom thing and the medication. Because I can remember in Point 14 in a very rural area, a little child was bitten by a centipede. Well, a scorpion, a big one. And they kept it in the bottle. They kept it in the bottle. I remember 4 o'clock in the morning I went down there. The child died. But when they took the child to the health center, there was no medication. No medication to treat that kind of poisoning. And sometimes in these rural areas, that is what you need to have. Pardon me? And I spoke about the Garfield Pickering matter, you know, when that guy was shot 3 hours. So, not just, you see just health center opening 24, but make sure you're opening, but you have medication. Even Grand River Health Center, make sure you're opening, but you have medication. Blantyre Health Center, make sure you're opening, but you have medication. And also he said that at 100,000 reward for information leading to the arrest of successful conviction of the country's 25 most wanted criminal by the police service for serious offenses such as murder and kidnapping. But then again, who is the person in charge of, what's the name of that organization? Yeah, who's the person in charge of Crime Stoppers? Yeah, but who's the person? Who's in charge of that? It's an international organization, but in Trinidad and Tobago, who's responsible for that? Do your homework, yeah? Do your homework. Take what I tell you, do your homework. Do your homework, do your homework. Also, there's a 100% increase in fines as it relates to crime against children under the Children Act. Excellent. Also, an increase in fines under the Litter Prevention Act of 1970, a 100% increase. Okay. And, well, that's it, you know. Well, other things that might be a little technical for you and I, but just to break it down, for you to understand. Am I right, researcher? I tried my best. So let's get down. So now you might have a little idea. Ladies and gentlemen, missing woman body found in drain at Railway Road in AROUCA. 57-year-old Grace McLean of Nautilus Circular, Bonaire West, AROUCA, was found in a ravine off Railway Road in AROUCA just 9 a.m. Today, McLean badly decomposing body was discovered along with a handbag in the ravine, and police were called into the scene. Director, was anybody there? Okay, we should have sent someone there. So, ladies and gentlemen, a 57-year-old woman was found in a ravine off Railway Road in AROUCA just after 9 a.m. Just to let you all know that. Also, she was reported missing on Saturday. So, ladies and gentlemen, 57-year-old Grace McLean of Nautilus Circular, Bonaire West, AROUCA was found in a ravine off Railway Road in AROUCA just after 9 a.m. McLean's badly decomposing body was discovered along her with a handbag in the ravine. But you don't know if she fell in the ravine because she had a handbag. And she, you know, you don't know what went on there. Also, a La Hoqueta man gunned down entering his home on Saturday. Police are investigating the shooting death of 43-year-old Daniel Irish, a.k.a. Cabra, after he was gunned down as he opened the door to his phase 6 La Hoqueta home on Saturday night. Police said Irish had just returned from visiting his girlfriend around 9:40 when he opened the door to his home along apartment and was greeted with gunfire. He was shot several times. Neighbors heard the gunshot and later found Irish on the floor with gunshot injuries about the body. He was taken to the Arima District Hospital where he was pronounced dead on arrival. Police are said to be reviewing the CCTV video of the incident. So, ladies and gentlemen, also on Saturday, a man was shot and killed at Cocorit Terrace in AROUCA. We're going to take a fast break. In Cocorit. Killed at Cocorit Terrace in Cocorit. So, just to let you know, ladies and gentlemen, they're just going back to the headlines with respect to the news. I was just trying my best for you, you know, the normal person, just to understand it, because sometimes it becomes so technical, you know. Just to break it down in layman terms, just to make sure my people, my group, my homies and them understand what's going on in this country. Let's take a fast break.
Yes, people, catch all the great specials on rims and tires now on until this Saturday, October 6th at Racetrack Wheels' massive 1-week anniversary sale. That's right, 1 week only at their 3 locations, AROUCA, Tobago, and Southern Main Road Chase Village.
RNG Celtic is having a grand opening sale at their new location, Upper Level Gulf City Mall. More phones, more deals, more repairs, free cases, free memory cards, and free tempered glass. So check us out today or call 653-2355.
Get great unbeatable prices at Extra Foods. Marigold margarine 3 for $20. Eve coconut milk powder 3 for $10. Maypride whole kernel corn $5.95. Kraft macaroni and cheese $7.95. Abbey condensed milk $5.95. Soft and pretty paper towels 2-pack $9.95. Famous Amos chocolate chip cookies 3 ounce $4.95. Kirkland popcorn $3.95. Nature Valley granola bars oats and honey $3.95. And Kirkland almond milk $19.95. Only at Extra Foods, Endeavour, Grand Bazaar, Arima, and Shagwanas Main Road. Extra Foods, always something extra for you.
Sheiklisha Limited, the Caribbean's largest manufacturers of plain and printed paper bags, leaders in plastic bags, vermicelli, split piece powder, and greaseproof paper, ideal for doubles, french fries, and sandwiches. Supplying stores nationwide. For quality products, trust Sheiklisha Limited, 665-3336.
When next you're traveling abroad or visiting Trinidad, check out Piaco Airport Souvenirs, indigenous fantasy for all your souvenirs from printed t-shirt, local dolls, ceramics, and lots more. For more information, call telephone 669-0592 or 669-0325. Your one-stop shop for all your souvenirs.
Pickmore 2007 Limited is the leading manufacturer of foam and foam products. We cut cushions and mattresses to any size from baby to king in different densities. Our signature mattress, the Spine-Matic, is designed for back problems. We do foam for soundproofing, therapeutic wedge foam, chip foam, and pillows. We open Monday to Saturday. Call us on 665-1913 or email us at pickmore2007limited@gmail.com.
Check out Homeland Marketing Company Limited and view our large stock of ready-made wrought iron designs. Visit us at 44 Montrose Main Road, Chagwanas, or call 235-4283 Gate or 235-4766 Iron. Come on into RMA Hardware today for all your building supplies from start to finish. We have decking sheets, under ceiling, new wave galvanized 26 gauge painted, I-beam, Z&C purlin, gypsum board, French style steel windows, red and concrete blocks, pick up at factory, T-cell cement, corrugated steel, garbage bins, and much more at competitive prices and VAT inclusive. So check us out today.
Tire Clinic. Get the best quality tires in the country at affordable prices at our branches in Couva, Chagwanas, and Pleasance Park. Tire Clinic, a tire for every need.
Screwtech Limited, STL, as the name suggests, are wholesalers of screws, bolts, nuts, and other fastener products for all your industrial and commercial use. We are located at number 792 Papuri Road, Lower Barrackpore. We have also created our own branded STL products with over 10,000 individual items of varying grades and sizes, so you can ask for it by name at all leading hardwares across Trinidad and Tobago. You can contact us at 654-5205 or 290-7733. Screwtech Limited, the leading screw company in the Caribbean.
Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut La Romaine. Final extension, definitely closing on Monday, October 8th. Once a year only. Get up to 80% off. Come and shop in AC Comfort, full Indian food court, home decor, teak furniture, curtains and shades, garments, footwear, jewelry, and much more. We accept links and credit card. 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut La Romaine. Definitely closing on October 8th. Everything must sell.
RNG Celtech is having a grand opening sale at their new location, Upper Level Gulf City Mall. More phones, more deals, more repairs, free cases, free memory cards, and free tempered glass. So check us out today or call 653-2355.
Before we go further, I'm looking for Riaz Hussein. It's connection with a vehicle. He made an agreement with a respective vehicle. In fact, the individual was supposed to get a refund and whatnot. So if you can get in contact with me, Riaz Hussein, all right? Ladies and gentlemen, if you have any information with respect to Riaz Hussein, get in contact with me, please. I am trying to get in contact with Riaz Hussein. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead. Okay, also, ladies and gentlemen, I am trying to get in contact with Karen Guljar. Karen Guljar. All right? Karen Guljar, I'm trying to reach you. Is it possible you can get in contact with me, please? Karen Guljar. I'm trying to get in contact with Darren Hassan Ali. Also, Kyle Ali. Kyle, you need to go pay the people the money that you took you fooled them and you told them that you were taking, you were giving them the wild meat and whatnot. Don't let me come down by your father down where you living there, and I mean it today. I'm giving you up to tonight, 10 o'clock. We're giving you up to tonight, 10 o'clock. Where exactly his house is? Bagauti Trace, yeah. Opposite Solo. I'm looking for Lincoln Kazim. Antonia Grappi. Right now, ladies and gentlemen, this is in connection with some jewelry that the person had spoken to Antonio. The person who stole the jewelry spoke to this girl at length, and we're trying to get in contact with anybody know, tell her to get in contact with me, please. Also, Vishnu Ragbir. Also, Lincoln Kazim. Aaron Siram. Apparently, Aaron Siram, Roger Sigobin paid for the parts he needed. He said he put from Japan. He did not receive the receipt or any parts. He paid Aaron Siram. So we have all their files here. Keston Joel. All right, this connection with the vehicle. Keston Joel. Dale Maraj. Steve Ghani. Months of rent. He left without notice. Now, Dale Maraj said he would have paid Steve Ghani. Up to this day, he did not pay Steve Ghani. Steve Ghani trying to get in contact with him. Okay? Also looking for Salty. Adrian Williams. What about the guy in the car outside? Come back to me. A man was shot and killed, ladies and gentlemen. A man was shot and killed at Kokorit, in Kokorit Terrace in Kokorit. 37-year-old Naim Abdullah Mohammed was found in his yard at Kokorit Terrace, Kokorit, around 11:30 with gunshot injury to his chest by his neighbor. A report was made to the police and the officers of the Western Division responded, but the victim was already dead when they arrived. Police said Mohammed was not known to them and a motive for the killing is yet to be established. So everybody's asking why Naim Abdullah Mohammed, who would want to kill this man? Hi, caller, good evening, you're live on Crime Watch. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Belmont man shot and wounded in Kokorit. 19-year-old Bradley Dumas of Belmont is nursing a gunshot injury after he was ambushed and shot while along a track which connects Waterhole and Hardin Place in Kokorit. Around 7 p.m. on Friday, Dumas had just left his home of a friend in the area, and while walking through the track, he was ambushed and shots fired at him by a group of men. Dumas was rushed to the Portsmouth General Hospital where he was treated for a gunshot injury to his arm. Also, ladies and gentlemen, Magbin Kuva man found dead inside his vehicle in Felicity on Friday. Ladies and gentlemen, Friday, in fact, a man was found dead inside of his vehicle. An autopsy was expected to be conducted on the body of 49-year-old Shaw Sanka of Magbin and Kuva after he was found dead inside his vehicle, registration TBB 1854 near Rock End Sanctuary Bar at Kakandi Road, Felicity. Sanka is suspected to have died from natural causes. PC Prasad and other officers of the Shogunas police station visited the scene and continuing investigation. This is when we heard that a body was found inside of a vehicle. Well, it was right in front of a bar. The name of the bar is Rock and Sanctuary. So here you have the police officers and the undertakers removing the body from the vehicle. Now, they are saying that now an autopsy is expected to be done. If his relatives can get in contact with me, please, so we know what exactly is going on. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. It's so sad also, ladies and gentlemen, that we have lost an icon in the steel pan, in the steel pan industry. And he's, in fact, but you know, that's not his so many people, artists. I remember they had this guy. Well, he was my former employer, Ray Sylvester. He died in an accident. He's a big music arranger, and he had the Ray Sylvester Orchestra, their band. He used to play with Paul Joey Lewis and whatnot. And then DJ Lalu also died in an accident some years ago. But Ray Sylvester was a real big arranger, musician. He had his band and whatnot. And he had a dental place, a dental laboratory, and we were training at his office and whatnot, his lab and so, blah, blah, blah. And he died in an accident. Really super guy. May God rest his soul. and now we have lost a steel pan icon, succumbed to his injuries at hospital where he sustained in a vehicular accident. 54-year-old Ken Professor Fillmore, steel pan arranger, composer, and ace panist, died at the intensive care unit of the San Fernando Hospital on Sunday from severe internal injuries he suffered in a crash on Republic Day. He sustained broken ribs and his lungs had collapsed. Fillmore was driving his Toyota Hilux van not along the Solomon Ocha Highway when he picked up his skid near Claxton Bay at around 8:45 a.m. The vehicle flipped several times and Fillmore was thrown out of the cabin. His funeral will take place later this week, so we're going to keep you posted on that. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. In fact, I have a little video. Those of you, I mean, everybody knows Professor Fillmore. Professor Fillmore. Go ahead. Arrested Solar, maxi taxi driver dies following vehicular accident in Wallerfield. 46-year-old Wallerfield maxi taxi driver Ronald Lopez of Demerara Road in Wallerfield died at the Arima District Hospital after his vehicle ran off the roadway and crashed into a ditch along Peter Circular, Wallerfield, just after midnight on Saturday. Around 12:30 a.m. yesterday, police received a report that a red band maxi taxi was in a ditch on Peter Circular Road, Wallerfield, and the driver was trapped in the vehicle and was unconscious. Lopez was freed from the vehicle and taken to the Arima District Hospital, where he was pronounced dead on arrival. The road fatality figure for the year thus far stands at 75. Compared with last year, it was 81. But, I mean, there is no big increase, but 75. Imagine 75 people have lost their lives on our roadway. So please be careful. Also, Trinidad and Tobago Olympian arrested in Trinidad, flown to Tobago in hit and run death investigation. Apparently, Trinidad and Tobago Olympian arrested in Trinidad, flown to Tobago in hit and run death investigation. TNT Olympic track medalist Michael Sideno is being questioned by police in connection with a hit and run accident on July 21st in Tobago, which left a 55-year-old Lenora Patrick dead at the side of the roadway. Patrick of Mary Hill, Tobago, her body was found along the road in Tobago. The Olympian was held in Trinidad by police yesterday and flown to Tobago. But wait, if this incident happened in Tobago, what is he doing in Trinidad? Oh, well, we don't know the circumstances yet, but just to let you all know, Olympian, he's being questioned with respect to the incident. Yeah, he's being questioned. Also, do you know the Chief Justice was injured in a priority bus route crash? He was involved in an accident on the priority bus route over the weekend. Police are investigating the collision of two cars at the Mount Lambert on Saturday evening, which involved a vehicle. The Chief Justice was an occupant of a vehicle, PCZ3, which was driven by PC David. The accident occurred around 5 p.m. on Saturday along the priority bus route in Mount Lambert. On Sunday, the Court Protocol and Information Unit of the Judiciary said in a brief statement that Archie was in his official car, which was driven by a security detail, and he did not suffer any kind of injuries. Glad to know that, sir. Also, ladies and gentlemen, two men held in connection with the death of Sherrod Garraway in El Socorro have been charged with manslaughter. Remember when we aired this video, this small video here? Remember this video? Go ahead. Charlene, you need to get to the point of it. I don't think we need to see that whole video again. All right, so ladies and gentlemen, two men. Remember we were asking for Dumpling and Shaquille, 25-year-old Adrian. Now, these are the photos of the individual. 25-year-old, they have been charged with manslaughter, which means to say they are going to get bail. Because apparently it is alleged, they said the intent was not to kill. So based on the investigation, their intent was not to kill. So they have gotten, in fact, they have been charged with manslaughter and they will get bail. All right? It's Adrian McClatchy, Eclair Dumpling, and 22-year-old Shaquille Percival, both of Hingo Lane, El Socorro, have been charged with manslaughter in the death of 33-year-old Sherrod Garraway, who was beaten to death at the corner of Hingo Lane and Boundary Road Extension on Monday the 17th. Acting Sergeant Jerome Gordon, well, that's white shoes, huh? Yeah, Acting Sergeant Jerome Gordon of the Barataria CID laid the charges against both men who surrendered to the Barataria police last week. Also, ladies and gentlemen, two people suspended after they were captured on a cell phone, stomping on the head of another pupil. When we come back, I'll take you to that.
RNG Celtech is having a grand opening sale at their new location, Upper Level Gulf City Mall. More phones, more deals, more repairs, free cases, free memory cards, and free tempered glass. So check us out today or call 653-2355.
It's your journey, our passion at Brantec. Visit us today at number 10 Londonville Main Road, Montrose, Chaguanas, or contact us at 672-8575. Now open on Saturdays.
Stuff and Drugs now open at Heartland Plaza in Chaguanas, first world drugstore with best prices on drugs, vitamins, toiletries, stationery, grocery items, baby products and more. We also carry British Parliament Hilden water, Mara beans imported directly from Italy, bottled Nexium, Allegra, Zyrtec, gourmet foods and snacks, a selection of products not offered by any other pharmacy in Trinidad. So visit us today.
Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut La Romaine. Final extension, definitely closing on Monday, October 8th. Once a year only. Get up to 80% off. Come and shop in AC Comfort, full Indian food court, home decor, teak furniture, curtains and shades, garments, footwear, jewelry and much more. We accept links and credit card, 11 a.m. to 9 p.m. Incredible India, located at the white tent behind KFC and Pizza Hut La Romaine. Definitely closing on October 8th. Everything must sell.
Tower Palm Guest House, newest location at Shivan Drive, Sandy Grande. Enter unnoticed with that special someone. Secure parking and fully air-conditioned rooms. Open 24 hours for your convenience. Visit us today or call 299-3268.
Yes, people, catch all the great specials on rims and tires now on until this Saturday, October 6th at Racetrack Wheels' massive 1-week anniversary sale. That's right, 1 week only at their 3 locations, AROUCA, Tobago, and Southern Main Road, Chase Village.
So before we go further, ladies and gentlemen, imagine father and son running for their lives from the El Socorro area. Now, details are still sketchy. In fact, we were speaking with the police and whatnot, and it was brought to the attention of the police. Apparently, these people have a large, they have land in El Socorro, and that is El Socorro South. El Socorro South, and apparently somebody that, I don't want to say I am familiar with, but I have an idea. Apparently, what we are hearing is somebody placed some firearms in their in their open land, and apparently the guns have gone missing. And it is alleged a hit has been placed on the father and son. They are the owners of the of the open agricultural land there, and the hit has been placed by an individual from the community. That is all we know. Come this way, sir. So they are here running for their lives, and they are here saying that they are marked for death. Break it down for me. Tell me exactly what happened. Come around. Tell me, what is your name?
My name is Balde Ramuta, sir.
And what is your name, sir?
Mohan Ramuta.
Tell me, what exactly went on, really fast?
Well, we'll go on the Bob Man.
Okay, we don't know about that. I don't know about that, sir. I don't know about that. Please, we don't want no names to call. All we are saying, we don't know. We don't know. And why I brought them up here? I know you all want to get justice and whatnot, but it's a very sensitive thing, because why I'm putting these people here, and I just want to ask you one question. Do you know anything about the disappearance of the firearm that somebody allegedly placed on your property?
No, we don't nothing about that.
Were you threatened? Did somebody say that they will kill you?
Yeah, we know we're going to die.
You know you're going to die?
Yeah, because he done put a hit on we already. And we know how the man is.
Okay, so somebody already put out a hit for you?
Yeah.
But if all don't know about the gun?
Well, he blaming we for the gun. He say how the Muslim man had the gun. We tell them all
don't call names of nobody, yeah.
We tell them all organize and get the people who had the gun. He don't want to do that.
So the guns was placed on all your property, on all your agriculture property?
He said the gun was in a barrel in a coconut field.
Oh, it's alleged the gun was in your barrel?
In our barrel.
But is it true that the shack that you all stay in the field there, in the coconut field, somebody burned it down now?
Yeah, well, we went down today and it burned down.
Way boy. So the same thing too, somebody, so they said that, don't call no names, sir, that they're going to kill you all.
Yeah, they said they're going to kill me.
So when you went to the police, what the police said?
Well, the police...
Don't call the name of the police, say what the police say?
They take a statement and they send me up here.
The police send you here? So the police don't want to get involved also?
Well, the police say use Eunice man can help you out.
Well, I've tried to contact certain people in the zone there. I've tried to, but you know, so certain individuals in the zone, just give me a call now, because the people on national television saying that they know nothing about no gun. They know nothing about no gun. The man come on TV and say, because if you had known about the gun, the person who you give the gun will jump out and tell me.
Yeah, because he showed my father the gun and I'm in the phone. A machine gun, a pump, a handgun. He said one of the gun was for the police and it value $100,000.
What is that, bazooka or?
Well, I know what kind.
It's a machine gun. Them gonna value so much.
Machine gun.
Yeah.
For the police.
Well, all right, we are know about that, but just telling you, why I brought them up on set is that, ladies and gentlemen, the father and son here, they are running for their lives, and they are really scared, because they are saying that the certain element in that individual in that area that tell them, well, here we're going to go deal with all that, we're back my gun. So they came on television, they say, look, I standing before the whole nation saying that I don't know who come and take gun from and who places gun in my property, because they have a big coconut area there that they deal with coconut. Am I right? Yeah. And apparently somebody put it in a barrel, and they don't know anything about that. So if they had known, they wouldn't come on national television, because I didn't have to beg them. They say, yeah, what, we want to go on TV because we're not putting no gun in it, because the whole thing running now, just so you can get it. So I am glad I have met, now I'm asking the individual, give me a call, please. Give me a call, because I really want to get to the bottom of it, because the father and son on my program saying, they know nothing. And you remember, no, yeah? Just remember that. Thanks again. Okay. Go ahead. Neither business. Hey, relax yourself. Relax yourself. I will get down to the bottom of it. I try shooting a call, but nobody answering. So, there is a certain person, I try calling you. My number, I try calling you from a 2944081. I know you might be expecting me to call you from the 2904426, but answer the 2944081. That is my number. Let me just get down to the bottom of who take the gun and where the gun is and how kind of thing, because the father and son standing here, I already know nothing about it, and the people living in fear. And we all know, even Stevie Wonder could tell you what really going on in that zone, up in that zone in El Socorro and Arangua South. El Socorro South, sorry, how things could really happen. You know, I remember many years ago going down there, they had a guy called Nighthawk. Somebody beat Nighthawk. They stabbed Nighthawk. I will never forget that. And it's just lawlessness, you know. You know, in that area, father and son, this one get gunned down, that one get gunned down, this one get gunned, and people dying like flies down there, you know. So if you're living in that zone and somebody telling you that they're going to kill you for gun, the best thing you could do is to run to Ian Allen show. You can tell him you know about no gun, you know. So I'm trying to call certain people in the zone. Certain people in the zone are trying to call you. So the police could send you and the police want to get involved. Hey, you tell me really fast, you have 30 seconds. Tell me, you did some work on this property here. This property across here.
Yeah. The other picture.
No, the other picture.
The other picture. Yes, that building there.
This building here.
Yeah, I financed that
financed that property. Where is that property?
That is in Macrip Road, Chagaramas.
Macrip Road in Chagaramas, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Now, you got that from a contractor.
I got that from a contractor called Sunland Construction.
From who?
Sunland Construction.
Solian?
Sunland.
Sunland, that's the Chinese fellow.
Chinese man, yeah.
Oh, there's the Chinese fellow I have been putting up.
Yeah, Sunbao, a.k.a. Sonny.
Right, a.k.a. Son. You got it from his firm.
Yeah.
Oh, so, right, and so you build that place there?
I built that back from the dead.
Uh-huh. This is the place across here?
Yep, yeah.
Right, but were you ever paid?
No, no money at all, not $1.
You come around here, not $1?
Not even $1 yet.
Okay.
They promised me to pay within 2 weeks.
Did you contact the ministry to find out if they were ever paid?
Well, I didn't go down that street yet, but I went to the main contractor.
That CDA and that falls under CDA, that building, Chagaramas Development Authority.
Yes.
Okay, go ahead.
The main contractor who was awarded that contract is Balu's Engineering.
Balu's Engineering.
When I went there to find out if Sonny get paid because I didn't get no money.
Right.
They keep telling me they get no money yet.
So them tell you they get no money for that. No, we have to investigate because the man do everything there. He built the building, you're seeing across there, and he get money. He get money, and there is a CDA building.
Yeah.
A Chagaramas Development Authority building, right?
Yes.
And you get your money.
No money yet.
And every time you go to the to Balus and them, what they saying?
No money yet. The government have paid them yet.
And how long ago you built that building?
I finished that job on the 10th of September 2017.
If you could get a close-up shot of this guy, please. Yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, so I started that job on the 10th of July 2017, and I finished on the 10th of September 2017.
Okay, so I just wanted to highlight it to let people know that you want your money. All right?
Yes, I need my money.
Thanks again.
Okay, thank you so much.
I'm going to keep it running because I want to make sure you get your money, huh? Thank you again. Hey, ladies and gentlemen, also, a man was found hanging in the new settlement. That was yesterday. Yesterday. Go ahead. Hi, caller. Good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Well, I'm not seeing it on my rundown here. 28-year-old Joseph Edwards was found hanging at his Ibis Circular New Settlement Carney Savannah home just after 5 a.m. Edwards is the 24th person to have committed suicide for the year. Over the Republic Day weekend, Police Corporal I.A.N. and in fact, ladies and gentlemen, this is the home outside here. And in fact, someone sent us a picture of the gentleman hanging there. So unfortunate, yeah? So unfortunate. But I know these people and them. All right? So if you know any, but apparently what I found out is that apparently he had a little argument with a relative. And he told his relative, he told the mother or somebody, look, I'm going to stab up this man. You know. But he said, don't worry, I ain't going to do that. He put on back the knife. He put on back the knife and he went and he said, okay, I'm going to sleep now. And next thing you know, they find him hanging like this. So sad, eh? So sad. But you know, over the Republic, this suicide is a real funny thing. That is a kind of spirit that you have to be careful, It can really play on your mind, it's funny. 25 now. Over the Republic Day weekend, Police Corporal I.A.N. Hamilton, who's a member of the police band, was found hanging in the male washroom at the police service band dormitory, at the Riverside Plaza over the weekend, just after 1 p.m. Also, just after 1 p.m. Saturday the 14th, 34-year-old Hayden Chikuri was found dead inside his father's car. Also, popular central mechanic Rishi Jagannath, a.k.a. E.T., hung himself at Rockbridge Street, Southern Main Road. Remember when E.T. was found hanging? Across in Tobago on the same night, Garrett James found hanging at his Delaford, Tobago home by relatives. So ladies and gentlemen, when the spirit roam, it roam. We're going to take a fast break when we come back. In fact, open up the lines to me. Hi, caller, good evening. You are live on Crime Watch. Hi, caller, good evening. So we just, again, just to go back to the budget, ladies and gentlemen. Go ahead. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. So I'm just showing you how much the education and training got $7.392 billion. Also, the national security got $6.12 billion. Health got $5.695 billion. Works and transport got $3.546 billion. Public utilities got $3.182 billion. Rural development and also agriculture just got $0.780 billion. Open up the lines. Hi, caller, good evening. You are live on Crime Watch, 6714062. Again, as you know, the super gas increased from $3.97 to $400 and to $4.97, a dollar increase on the liter. Fuel subsidy in 2019 is $1.5 billion. Diesel fuel remains at $3.41 per liter. Premium remains at $5.75. As a result of the increase in the per liter on super, $700 million expected to be earned by the increase in fuel, which will be redistributed to pension, disability, and other grants. As a result of that, removal of the age eligibility for disability grant to include children under 18 years, which would qualify 1,024 children who would receive an increase in their grant from $500 to $1,500, with a total of 23.1 being injected. That 23.1 being injected into that area would come from the $700 million expected to be earned by the increase in fuel. Also, disability grant recipients 18 years and over would receive an increase in their grant from $1,800 to $2,000, with $502 million coming from the $700 million expected to be earned by the increase in fuel, which would be, as I said, which would be redistributed to pension and disability. Also, our food card grant, almost 24,330 households would benefit from a total of $29.25 million being taken out from the $700 million expected to earn by the increase in fuel. Also, public assistance grants would be increased by $150, with $340.8 million being pumped into the program from the $700 million. Almost 22,861 persons will benefit. 95,300 senior citizens would benefit from $3.5 billion in annual pension paid to them. Also, just to let you all know, rural health centers to remain open 24 hours basis, starting with Blantyre, Grand River, and Sea George. But make sure you're opening and you're thinking. Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch. Go ahead.
Hello?
Hi, caller, good evening. You're live on Crime Watch.
Hello, Mr. Ali?
Uh-huh.
Hello, good evening. What I'm not. The Minister of Finance raised gas 5 times,
Yeah, go ahead. Hello? What's that?
Yep.
Next call. About tell you something, you know. About tell you something, you know. Whether you like it or not, rich people, poor people, sorry to use that word poor people, but it's for you to understand. Poor people don't have premium vehicle and don't have diesel vehicle. They are super vehicle. Men who put in $40 and $30 is poor people. The little man who transported from point A to point B, walking the little taxi. That's why taxi fares will go up, because they men put in $20. Men go in the gas station to put $30. I can't remember last time when the gas station put $30 in my tank, but I remember those days. I remember those days when I had only $20 and $30 and going to the thing and telling my man, let's put 20 now. And you know, a day I make right back in the gas station, and the man put 40 and I was 30. Well, you have to give me $10, what we going to do? Because I don't know, you know. And what about the people with the old carbureted vehicles? What are they going to do? I mean, of course, we are happy to see the increase in the grant and whatnot in the old age, the pension, the disability and other grant, the social services. But on one hand, I mean, things happening here, but on the other hand, the trickle-along effect that once gas go up, don't matter how, things gonna go up, because the doubles man will say, well, it costed me $40 from home, but now I have to pay how much? Almost $50. So he might just send up his thing. Once gas go up, that is it, you know. I call it, because check the little $100 per week. So now it could be a cool $500 per month now for some people. Let's go straight to headlines. Well, ladies and gentlemen, earlier on I mentioned to you two pupils suspended after they were captured on cell phone video stomping on the head of another pupil during a fight at the Princeton West Secondary School. Remember the fight where the two kids there, last week Wednesday. All right, so they have been both suspended. The two people suspended after they were captured. This one stamping and beating. They were both suspended. All right, so again, but school violence is something else, boys, something else. I call it good evening, you're live on Crime Watch. You know, ladies and gentlemen, I have so much on my hands. So much on my hands. Do you know, ladies and gentlemen, I heard that certain police officers in Northeastern Division Task Force have intentions of sending us lawyer letters with respect to the video we aired, with respect to the shooting. All right, and a lot of things have happened. One of my cameraman, a lot of things, I don't want to say anything. Certain police officers visited my studio on Friday, asking me to calm it down with respect to that. But the right thing is the right thing, the right thing is the right thing, whether you like it or not. I want to ask questions. Why would police officers go behind a house, take out a 9mm and shoot a man? Why? And then turn him over. Why? And then when we talk about it, you want to send me a lawyer letter. Why? Why? What's the big cover-up about? It's not and I will tell you this today, I know every single one of them. I know them and I know them well. I normally see some of them hanging out at certain places and whatnot. And I mean, I give them a little bounce and whatnot. It's a cool scene, but the writing is the writing, so that does not mean I hate you all. I'm just at the general public. I would like to know what exactly went on. Well, ladies and gentlemen, over the course of the next 4 days, you'll be seeing a lot of things happening, a lot of breakthroughs with certain investigation like the Independence and whatnot, the Independence Day, shooting in La Hoqueta, a lot of things. Remember, if you have information, the numbers to call, make sure and call me on 330-4426, make sure and call me on 390-4426, make sure and call me on 290-4426, call me on 294-4081, WhatsApp me on 290-4426. All the numbers are there. And make sure and support crime or go to any First Citizen Bank, support Crime Watch on. This is Ian Allen, this is Crime Watch, and make sure and get your ad on the #1 show. Good night.
There's a jungle out, there's a jungle out, there's a jungle out there and the hunt is on. A jungle out there and the hunt is on. We're gonna hunt you down, we're gonna hunt you down.